Hello everyone, my name is Rudra from Pathway Education and Visa Services, and like always, we have our in-house registered migration agent, Mr. Omar, with us.
Good everyone, hope all is well with you guys.
Yeah. Omar, thank you very much for coming in the video first because I know you're very busy and I keep on requesting for these kind of videos. But we've got a lot of inquiries from our clients and I think we need to address them. Usually, in this point of time, we are receiving a lot of inquiries relating to subclass 491 and 190. I feel like people are confused about choosing 491 or 190. Could you please tell us a bit of, what are the difference between these two and which visas people should go for?
Now, thank you, Rudra. Absolutely, I would like to assist for applicants who is planning to lodge their surplus 190, surplus 491. Now, surplus 190 is a state-nominated visa, so that means you're nominated by a state and also gain 5 points, where surplus 491 gives you 15 points. Where you have to be either sponsored by your family members who lives in regional area, or you nominated by regional regionals areas where either you work or you meet that specific requirements for the nomination for surplus 491. So in summary, 190 is a state nominated, 491 is a provisional visa that leads to PR through surplus 191 if you fulfill the requirements of living in regional area and working in regional area. So that is the main difference of surplus 190 and 491.
Okay, great. What I understood is both of these are state nominated, but there are difference in how many points.
State and territorial nominated, as well as the regional area if you are working there or if you have family members there. Different states has different territories has different requirements, so you have to make sure that you fulfill all those requirements before you lodge an AOI or ROI for particular surplus.
Definitely. Like Omar said, there are different kind of requirements and different kind of things we need to consider. Definitely, if you need help, we are here always, right, Omar?
Of course.
And we'll help you understand the requirement and also do the process in a correct way.
Absolutely.
And also, another question I have seen is that the allocation thing. I know that different states and territories have different kind of allocations, and depending upon that allocation, our clients are also trying to plan their visa journey in Australia. So, is it anything that you need to consider depending upon the allocation, like because the allocation in some of the states are more, some of the states are less, some regional area has more allocation and then the metro area has less allocation. So depending on that, how can a client plan properly so that they achieve their goal?
Now, it's a very interesting question, and look, I would like to emphasize some light on this because I also, come across these questions. Maybe you come across these questions through the email inquiries from our clients, and or maybe from someone who has lost their EOI and ROI. Now, this migration planning level for skill, planning level for every financial year is different for skill migration, what we can see from the last 2 years trend. However, look, I would like to touch base on the allocation levels as you mentioned specifically. Now, allocation levels are announced by the Department of Home Affairs that many of applicants may be invited on that financial year, but it's just maybe invited considering some states have priority occupations like Victoria has priority occupations like early childhood, hospitality, and so on. Western Australia has some sort of priority occupations like in building sectors, hospitality, early childhood as well, and Tasmania has Tasmania or other states has different pathways, and also your occupation has to be on the list. So even though Victoria, NSW, in my point of view, and Western Australia leading the allocation levels, that means they have been allocated more seats for surplus 190 and surplus 491. That doesn't mean that you're not eligible for other states. But most of the states, again, requires you to live in there or meet the specific requirements apart from, I would say, Victoria and Western Australia. I would say so Western Australia will let you to apply for it even though you're interstate, but other states are subject to your eligibility requirements. So now when you're saying the planning is that if this 190 and 491, for example, if we take an instance for last financial year, it was announced around for all the states around July, and if you go back to the previous year, it was closed on or after April or May for most of the states.
Correct.
Now we are on again on February. We are very at the verge of having the states closed for nominations, and most of the people ask me, okay, look, I had this many points.
Correct.
My friends got invited for Surplus 189.
That was my next question,
Why
actually.
why you are not invited for Surplus 190 and
Yeah.
491? Look, it's not about points. It's about that. How many years you worked in your nominated occupation. If you have a job in a nominated occupation, what's your yearly salary? Because, for example, Victoria requires you to put for Surplus 190, what's your yearly salary? If you have spouse, and if your spouse have a skill assessment that contributes to the one of the skill occupation list,
Correct.
that also makes some difference. So planning is that if you are someone who has or had applied for Surplus 190 491, try to increase points. Do not think that okay, you belong to a priority occupation, or you belong to a priority occupation that is subject to a regional area for Surplus 491, that you will be getting invited. No, they will look into a lot of factors before they invite you, and before they invite you for a nomination, and then your nomination get approved, like such as English, your skills, your experience, and everything else.
Yep.
So look, come to us. We can actually plan you through, because I've seen a lot of people got invited in less time than other people's who has been in queue for a couple of years. And
Yes.
and what makes the difference? That is your English. Do you have extra points for NATI? Are you working in one of the occupations that is nominated for your skill assessment?
Great, great. Actually, that was my next question. You answered it before I asked, actually, because we have been overwhelmingly
thank you.
requesting a lot of, getting a lot of inquiries related to this. Some people are like, my friend got invited, why didn't I get invited? We have same profile, this and that. But like you have already said, there are different other attributes you can contribute to. And if you want help in planning those things, definitely come to us and then sit down with our registered migration agent. We'll help you throughout the process. And another question now I have, other many different clients, different people are panicking because we are towards the end of this financial year, and then the invitation round has happened for all the states and territories. How do you see this year's invitation round when you look back, and what do you suggest for those who are waiting for the invitation?
Well, look, again, I give an example that, look, we are already on the February, and we might be seeing that the states or territories are getting closed by end of April or May. Again, for the invitation round, there are 189 invitation rounds that also been happening, and also 190 and 491. So if your occupation is in all of those lists, maybe most of the states won't allow you to apply for both Surplus 190 and 491. So consult us to know that if you're eligible for, if you're sitting in one state, if you're eligible for other states or not, number one. And number two is that, as I said, increase your points. That will, give you an assurance of best likelihood of success for any particular state. Now, having said that, there are occupations that is in demand for different states. So if that requires you, to move into that particular state, and we are confident, not you only, we are confident that you will be eligible or you will be getting invited if you move in there or work in that occupation. Yes, definitely we'll advise that. So, but yes, contact us so we can help you through. We have a panel of experienced migration agents who can help you with your migration inquiries and help you to achieve your goal for permanent residency pathways, be it before Surplus 189, 190, or 491.
Great.
Thanks, Rudra. Yeah,
no worries. I think we have answered all the inquiries that our clients put through email or call. And one of the major inquiry that we have been getting these days is that many of the different clients has already got their visa refusal, and then they have also applied for EOI and ROI and waiting for the invitation. Now their question is, if they get invited, can they apply for the visa onshore, or they need to travel offshore? They're very confused. Can you please let us know how it works?
Yeah, look, this sort of inquiries, we mostly get emails. I saw a lot of inquiries, and this is one of the burning question I get from most of my migration consult.
Yes.
Look, If you're invited for one of those visas for surplus 189, 190 nomination, and 490 nomination, those are the visas, the prescribed visas that you can actually apply if you're invited, and if your nomination goes through, you can apply those visas on shore. That means in Australia, even though you have a Section 48 bar because of your visa refusal. So in summary, yes, they can apply on shore for surplus 190 and surplus 491, and those are prescribed visas for you to apply for those if you're on on ART and got invited at the same time and you want to apply. You don't have to go overseas. You can apply from onshore.
Great, great. I think that's a good news for many of our clients waiting for the invitation and willing to apply visa onshore.
Isn't it?
Yes, yes. Last but not the least, we always have our promotions, and promotion today is that we are doing EUI and ROI only for $110 for until end of March. So please contact us if you are ready to lodge your EUI and ROI. We'll make sure that you sit down with our registered migration agent, plan your journey, see your profile, and put the EUI and ROI for all your eligible subclasses and states as well. We'll be making more of these videos in our social medias. Make sure you follow us, and then we'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Rudra. Thank you, everyone.